This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Hey, listen, I'm so excited to give you the opportunity to get connected to some therapists that can help you take your mental health to the next level. Listen, I don't understand how we got people that go get their nails done, go get haircuts, go to the dentist, go get a checkup every single year, take their car in to the mechanic to get the oil changed, but you actually think you can handle your mental health by yourself. What are you even doing? That's not even the way we're wired. And so whether you're feeling like transition is taking place, or you have some trauma for your past, you've been a little bit sad, but it might be teetering on depression a little bit, I need you to understand that you have tools. There are resources. There are people that are willing to help you. So I want you to go to betterhelp.com/BSIDE. We have a 10% discount just for you. We talk about therapy all the time, but there's absolutely no way that we're going to let you to get in it and not get something out of it. So join us on there, and I can't wait to see you on the other side. Peace.
Stand-up is not a thing that is very violent. Even though you up there by yourself, if it's not working, your body's like, get me from down here, up here, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah, I walk into Dusty's, bro. I do the same set. When I tell you these people, I would have felt better if it was just me.
Right.
They didn't like nobody.
Right.
They were turning around for every comic that was up like, will you shut up? We're trying to watch the game.
I've been in a community of comedians, and I've been in a community of speakers.
Yep.
And speakers are far more generous than comedians.
We as people can find ourselves in seasons of life where we are more authentic in private than we are in public. 100%.
Play the B-side.
You got the A-side of life and the B-side of life.
What's on the B-side? All of it.
B-side's got some banging Sousa deep cuts.
B-side, come on.
Need it for the B-side.
On the B-side.
So.
What's this really about?
Every human on earth is fully seen, fully heard, fully known, fully loved, even if they're not fully agreed with.
I see you. I see you. I see you.
I see you.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
I hear you. I hear you, pal. I hear you.
I know you. I know you.
I know you.
I know you.
I love you just the way you are.
You are loved.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Eddie, even if you don't agree.
Even if you don't agree with it.
I'm a piping hot mess.
Sheesh.
Keep it real.
I guess keep it real. Courage, vulnerability.
You're vulnerable.
It's only vulnerability.
Would normalize it, but it's weird.
That's not normal, is it?
Totally normal.
It's actually not weird. It's actually super normal.
Vulnerable.
So that's what this is really all about.
Please don't push me.
Please don't push me, but y'all push B. Now we got dwellers from Cali to Flatbush B. Now they got heat on their feet that say press B. And now we so deep in the street, y'all can't stress me. Can't curse me, then bless me. I'm crucifying my flesh, that's less me. SAT'd from preaching, can't test me. Atheists are now believing, that bless me. Yeah, we got the basement replacing any of those worldly pursuits that y'all chasing, any of those trials and tests that y'all facing, any of the relationships that y'all changing. We rearranging, making the shame shift, giving Satan back what's his, that's the blame shift. Rise up and walk commands, that's the lame shift. Cheat codes for living this life, that's the game shift. All on Yeshua, man, the rest is manure, man. I'm dying daily, so I rise up a purer man. Pressing B daily, so my sins looking fewer, man. Washing the blood, so my sins down the sewer, man. Yeah, so press B with me, and let's let whatever gon' be just be. Yeah, so press B with me, and let's let whatever gon' be just be.
Welcome to the basement, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Tim Ross. I love you guys so much. I hope you're all doing well. Shout out to all of my dwellers all over the world. I love you guys so much. Thank you for prioritizing safety within your own life and within the community that you choose to be a part of. I appreciate you pressing B with me. Shout out to all of my B-siders. Thank you for supporting this platform. You've turned a safe place, a safe space into a safe place. And we get to do life together in such a way that everyone's going to be fully seen, fully heard, fully known, fully loved, even if they're not fully agreed with, because 4 out of 5 ain't bad. That's how we live life. Hey, I'm jumping right in with my guest. Listen, I'm so hyped. Finally, get to talk to somebody that is a part of my favorite community to be a part of. So I just stepped back into doing comedy, and I wasn't presumptuous enough to think that when I stepped back in that I could come back in alone. I needed people to help me see and think and write and all the stuff. And this dude has been so kind to me personally that I'm like, man, I need to I wish I was like a multi-millionaire, cause them dudes be like buying like Rolexes for their friends to invite them to a birthday party, which is crazy. They send a representative from Rolex they ring the doorbell, and it's like, my boy Sean Carter invited me to his daughter's 9th birthday. Open the box. It's a Rolex. I guess I'll know the time to be there on this Roly. I have 82 others, but I don't have this one. My friend is so sweet. My friend bought me a Maserati. Isn't he nice? We're just boys. We're just rich. We just have too much discretionary income. All I could do was cash app this dude. That's all I could do. I just was like, just give me a cash app. I just want to send you something. Go take your wife out to do something. But he's here, and I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm just so glad you're here.
Man.
I'm so glad you're with me. So this is literally one of the most delightful, refreshing comics you're going to ever listen to. If you don't know about him already, you're about to know now. He is the Bowtie Comedian. His name is Mike Goodwin, and he is with us today. So let me give the basement introduction, because there's a proper way that I like to introduce people on this show.
For sure.
Mike Bowtie Goodwin is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go! Let's get it. That's that horn. What's up, homie?
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
Nah, bro. I'm so grateful you came through, man.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so grateful you came through, bro.
This is dope, man. The chair's comfortable.
Hey.
We had some food.
Yeah. That's right. I feed the guests.
Come on, baby.
I try to have some real hospitality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Texas hospitality.
Yeah,
out here,
bro.
Man.
You know, and you at my house. We not like at no studio and you know what I'm saying? Right. No pretense.
None of that. I was gonna hoop outside. There was a rim.
There is a rim.
Get a little 21 in.
Yeah. You know what? I got that rim when the kids were much younger, because I just wanted to see. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do I have a retirement plan here?
Right.
You know what I mean? Is one of these boys gonna turn into Michael Jordan?
Right.
And after like the second day,
yeah, was pretty clear.
I was like, yeah, nah, neither one of y'all got it.
Right.
Y'all
Where I am with my son in his athletic career, if I can't pay for him to make the team,
yeah.
My man's not making the team, bro.
Not you trying to bribe a coach,
bro. Like, we can't pay tuition, bro. If cuts anywhere in the equation, my man's out of there. I'm talking about He might get cut before the first practice. We lets him know. Like, Coach, I'm interested.
When he laces him up, he's like, "You're not going to make the team."
Take this clipboard and you know how to keep the score.
Yo, that is hilarious, dude.
That's where we at.
Oh yeah,
but he got other skills. My man got other skills.
That's the thing. Like, and I, you just got to be that type of parent that's not going to try to live vicariously through your child, and force them to do stuff that they're not good at. And let's keep it a buck. I wasn't good at it. So, you know what I mean? Why do I expect him to have...
I was good, but I had loose glasses. So
I don't even know
it's hard to be an All-American with loose glasses. Like, when somebody call my name, my glasses over there, man. Like, now I can't see you passing me the ball.
Oh, my goodness.
My glasses on the ground.
Hey, how come you couldn't get the little Kurt Rambis?
Cause, man, my parents bought the most inexpensive frames.
But Kurt Rambis looked like he just tied like an elastic band around the back.
I had like the librarian string, so my joint would be on my chest.
Oh,
like my joint,
you had them old man glasses.
Yeah, I had the joints like, hey, hold up, let me want glass back.
And you was 12?
12. Looking like I was the professor of anthropology.
Yo, that's funny, bro. All right, so tell me, where are you from? Like
South Carolina, a small town, Camden, South Carolina.
Okay.
Grew up in Camden, and basically the oldest of three.
Okay.
My parents were in one of those dysfunctional marriages, so I had a dad who was an alcoholic, a mom who was a Christian that loved the Lord.
Yeah.
So we had this dynamic in our house. I grew up in the church, but with a person that was not a fan of the church.
Yeah, for sure.
And I basically had to get out of Camden, so I joined the Army at the high school.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, sir. Went to Korea, my first duty station. Spent about 4 years active duty. Went to college, and then that's when life started opening up. I met my wife in college.
Yeah.
I figured out I wanted to be a student affairs professional, so I wanted to be a dean of students at a university. So I went and got a master's in higher ed administration, and then that's when comedy sideswiped me when I was outside of probably graduating from graduate school. So I'm an adult, man. I'm like 28 years old.
Yeah.
And I launch out into doing stand-up.
All right, but okay, take me slower though.
Right.
Okay,
right.
I want to know a couple things first.
Right.
First of all, did you pick up any Korean in those 4 years you were there?
A little bit. I got a little bit. Annyeonghaseyo is hello.
Okay.
There's some words I cannot say on the pod.
Why is it so long?
Annyeonghaseyo. It's
just
to be like, what up?
That's crazy.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Yeah.
Adashi is like the old dude. Ajima is the older woman. Yeah, I not enough. I could get to where I need to get.
Yeah, for sure.
It's back in there.
Yeah, of course.
Brain.
And in 4 years in your 20s, like you're getting to experience other parts of the world,
right?
Which is
and it was
so
different, right? So it's
everybody.
like 94, no Facebook, no Instagram,
yeah, exactly,
like letters.
Yeah, you're experiencing it.
And we got a phone, but you got a minute, $1 per minute, so you're not even on that.
Nah, you got to say what you saying with some
quickly,
and you got to mean it. I don't have time for small talk with you.
No small
Hello,
talk.
Are you dead?
And I got to figure out the time difference. Like I'm calling you, and you got to go to bed.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, you got to wrap this up, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. I got enough time to tell you good night. Yeah.
So yeah, it was different time, man, and I mature quickly.
Okay, so. How does one get sideswiped by comedy when it sounds like academia was like the passion?
Right.
How does that even, what?
Yeah. So I started doing it at my church. I started doing stand-up at my church.
Okay.
Comedian by the name of Akintunde joined my church.
Okay.
Secular guy.
Oh, Akintunde.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard of him.
Joined our church.
Yeah.
And we were serving together in the media ministry. And I would run stuff by him.
Yeah.
And he let me do that for about 30 days. And then he like, look, we got two options. He said, I can take this material that you've been sharing with me and I can perform it, and I'm not going to give you any money for it. Or you can get on stage and perform it and keep all the money.
I can do that for the honesty. I'm going to start jacking your stuff. Or
you can get on stage and keep the money. I was like, I like option B. I like that.
For sure.
So I feel like I got deboed
That's
on the stage,
crazy.
Man. Yeah.
Wow.
So I did a New Year's Eve service. That was the first time I went up. And
Yep.
my church killed.
Yeah.
Did like 7 minutes.
Yep.
Standing ovation.
Yep.
And then I sucked for the next 2 years. Like I was out here struggling, bombing.
Hey, talk about that
stinking
though.
up the joint.
Yeah. Talk about that though.
Yeah.
Because
So-
the church is a unrealistic.
It's not, and it was my church. Like when people
They
like
want you to
me,
win. They want you
they
to win.
are my friends.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
So they gave me a standing ovation. I was like, oh, Jay Leno gonna send a limo out this joint, right? Hollywood, baby.
Right.
Where you at?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's
Absolutely.
do it.
Yeah.
Arsenio Hall, baby. What
Right.
up? Where the joint?
That's
Get me
right.
on.
That's right.
And so you go do the next shows and you're like, I have no skills. These people don't even like me.
Yeah, for sure.
And you had to navigate. And one of the things I talk about in my early process, it was sort of like hitting golf balls. I don't know if you ever hit
Yeah.
golf balls.
Yeah.
But if you get a bucket, right, all you need to do is hit one straight.
Yeah,
And
for
you're like,
sure.
I know I can do it.
Right.
Now there's 59 other balls
Right, for
that
sure.
tell me I can't.
Right, absolutely.
I'm the type of dude, I'm gonna focus on the one. So like if I know I can, now, I don't understand
The
how it
dynamics and the
happened,
mechanics and yeah, exactly.
but I did it.
Yeah, you
and
did
I
it.
know that I can do it because I
Right.
did it one time. Now I see these other failures.
Right.
I see these other balls. I'm shanking left, right.
Yep.
But that one that I hit straight, I'm like, okay, how do we do that again?
Yeah.
And I got consumed with that. Like, so I was bombing and it didn't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But I always thought, like, okay, out of that 10 minutes, there was 2 minutes that was good.
That's good.
How can I extend that
Yeah.
to 3 minutes?
Right, for sure.
Can I make that
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Yeah, for sure.
So when people tell me all the time, folks will be like, yo, I want to do stand-up. I'm like, go do it.
Yeah.
And then you'll know if you want to do it.
Right, for sure.
Because stand-up is not a thing that is very violent. Even though you up there by yourself, if it's not working, your body's like, get me from down here, up here, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Absolutely.
if you have that experience and you like, oh, I'm gonna come back and do that again.
Yeah. Then you
want to do stand-up.
You about that life.
But if you
about that
go
life.
up there and your mouth is dry, your body is hot and cold at the same time, you looking at people that's looking at you like they owe you, like you owe them money.
Right.
You're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
If you want to drive off the side of the road home, going home,
Yeah, absolutely.
into a ditch, you're like, hey, I'm done. This is it.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, I want to do that again next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you can do stand up.
Hey, so you already know my whole journey. In this season, I was doing these open mics for a couple of weeks. In Denton here, there was a place called the Bearded Monk. The names are so dodgy as well. It's like when you got the stories and you got the names to match it, it's like not only was this place dark and dank, it was called the Bearded Monk. Bearded Monk is one of the most confusing places you could ever be in because there's like a bookshelf,
right,
and then like a wall of liquor, and then ice cream, and a bartender, and you don't know what she served. Like, it's like, do y'all have food here too? Or shotgun shit? Like, what do y'all do here?
What is this?
I did
A
5 minutes.
speakeasy?
Yeah, exactly. Charlotte Gamble. What is that? Is that the code word to get in? I don't know. Okay. So I got in there. I did 5 minutes.
Right.
Crushed. It was so amazing, right? So I'm on cloud. I'm like, yeah. That hit. I'm doing the same exact 5 minutes on a 7-minute walk to a place called Dusty's. Dusty's can't be worse than the Bearded Monk.
You taking the same jokes.
Right, the same jokes. And at least I know this nigga's name. It's Dusty. This was the Bearded Monk.
Who the Bearded Monk
I don't
is.
know who the
what his
Bearded
name
Monk is.
Ralph.
I walk in. I walk into Dusty's, bro. I do the same set. When I tell you these people, I would have felt better if it was just me.
Right.
They didn't like nobody.
Right.
They were turning around for every comic that was up, like, will you shut up? We're trying to watch the game. And I'm like, but your owner is the one that let us have this corner.
Why are you talking?
Why are you talking? They gnawing on fish and chips and keep looking back with this most perturbed look on their face. And that was crushing.
Crushing.
So I crushed and then had a crushing all in the span of like 90 minutes.
Right, with the same jokes.
With the same jokes. And I was like, can't wait for next week.
Give it to me again.
Yeah. That's a
And
that's
I'm
a
coming
real
back
thing.
to Dusty.
Yeah, I'm coming back to Dusty's because y'all are Dusty, not me. It's y'all. And I'll prove it. I'm going to be back again.
I'm coming back.
Yeah. That's the thing. So 2 years sucked.
I'm talking about, dude. I went on the road. So I did like a comedy internship, really, because he started taking me on the road. So I was able to kind of fast track because, like you just said, when you start off doing mics, you're only doing 3 minutes. You're doing 5 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
At max.
At max, bro.
Ak was putting us up. We was getting 10 to 15. So it was me and 2 other cats.
Yeah.
Before his show.
Yeah.
So we could have stunk up the whole joint.
Yeah, for sure.
He gonna come and clean it up.
Absolutely.
Rock out.
That's right. Absolutely.
People like, yo, we had 4 comedians here tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a great time.
Right.
So I'm one of 3 on the openers.
Yep.
And out of the 3, I'm not the best.
Yeah.
But I was the best in the car on the way to the show. I'm slaying in the car. I'm talking about people can't breathe in the car.
Who else is in the car?
Just the other comedians. Just the 4 of us.
Right, for sure.
And
Absolutely.
I'm slaying. And then we may have a musical rapper. Sometimes there's a rapper on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Slaying.
Yeah.
People getting out of the car, laying on the ground in the parking lot. I get up on that stage and instead of going, I went from the Hulk to Bruce Banner. So
you was Hulk smashing in the
car. In the car.
And then when you got in,
your
shirt's ripped.
I'm a scientist. And people
and
like,
you
why
got
is this
on
clothes?
torn purple pants.
And the music playing.
Yeah. Exactly. That slow walk of shame.
Melancholy music that's playing in the background.
Yeah.
No laughs. I mean, I'm struggling. So I'm like, I just murdered in the car.
Yeah, with other comedians. Because comedians don't laugh.
And it was similar to when I was growing up, hanging out with my buddies.
Yep.
We were riding around in the car.
Right,
I never
clowning.
was in front of someone with a microphone.
Right, for sure.
Standing.
Yep.
So I didn't even understand that was a whole nother skill set that I needed to acquire.
Yeah, it's true.
I was just used to being with my friends.
Yep.
In the car, man, I'm funny.
Because they have relational equity with you.
They know who I am.
They know who you are. They have context to where this is coming from.
All of that.
And the audience
I walk
has
outside
none of that.
and get a mic, and these people have no clue of who I am.
Yeah.
And it's awkward. I don't have stage presence.
Yeah.
I'm up there like a robot.
Yeah.
My material was good, but my delivery was awful.
Got you.
Because I was very self-centered.
Got it.
And it's really, there was a real moment. So out of the group, there was a dude that was the most talented out of us.
Mm-hmm.
He easily would be a 9 and a 10 any night.
Wow.
His worst nights were 8s.
Wow.
Like, charismatic.
Yeah.
He didn't have like the material like that, but he was just so good off the cuff.
Yep.
He had the kind of personality, like you looked at him, you want to laugh.
Yeah, for sure.
You look at me, you think I'm the manager.
Right.
You're like, hey man, where's the act at? It's like, I'm the like people are asking me.
Why is the dean of students at this damn comedy club?
Why'd you bring
Are you getting a grade on
Why
this?
did you bring your accountant to the show?
It's so true.
So I'm walking in, I'm bow tied, and they like right this way past that. I'm like, no, man. I got the jokes, baby.
Yeah.
So people don't know what they're looking at when I walk out.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like,
For sure.
whose reverend is on stage right now? And then the other guy was a big dude, and he was probably on his worst night a 5 or a 6.
Yep.
But when he cooked.
Yeah.
And they were traditionally better than me on most nights. And I didn't find this out till later. They were competing with each other because they thought I was more seasoned. So they were like, yo, I'm going to get you tonight. I'm going to get you tonight. And I'm out here just struggling.
Right.
Struggling.
You are completely oblivious.
I'm oblivious.
Yeah, to the game that's being played. Yeah.
And I ain't even put on my sneakers.
Right,
Like, I was like,
exactly.
oh, I didn't know we were playing ball.
Yeah,
and they
for sure.
in there like going to the basket, trying to dunk. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I thought we was just playing a little friendly game of 21.
Right.
So I'm stinking it up, man. But my saving grace was I was having shows separate from the group, and I was doing well.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I need to figure out why am I doing well over in these other shows and I'm not doing well with the group. And God spoke to me, man, like for real, because I was so prideful. When I was on stage, I wasn't talking to people. I was looking over their heads. I was so enamored with the idea of being a comedian. I just was look at my cool jacket, look at my nice glasses and my cool watch. Like I was so full of myself. The audience sensed it like immediately. Like they was like, this dude ain't talking to us. So if he not talking to us, I'm not paying him any attention.
Yeah.
So I'm up there with my funny jokes, my smart comedy, my nice suit and bow tie, but they was like, yo, man, you not talking to us. So we're not connecting to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And he called me out. He was like, hey, man, you're not blessing the people.
Wow.
You don't bless. And I was just like, what? He was like, yeah, you're full of pride. Like you're up there for you. You're not up there for them. So now before I go up any show, even my wife, she texted me for the podcast. She said, have fun and bless the people. Like that's what I want to do when I go out on stage. I want to have fun and I want to bless the people. When I made that adjustment, I started cooking. And them boys knew, because they knew it was just a matter of time, because the car was real.
Right. What you had in the car was real.
It was like, yo.
Yeah.
When
There was no pride in the car. There was no pride in the car.
None. I'm just in my bag.
That's very insightful, bro.
In my bag. And they knew it's just a matter of time when this boy put this thing together. And when I did, man, out of the three, I'm the only one that's fully doing this.
Wow. They not doing it full time.
And maybe doing it here and there.
Got you. Yeah, exactly. Not even consistent anymore. Yeah. Bro, okay, so man, that is like, that's so insightful to me, because I'm thinking about how we as people can find ourselves in seasons of life where we are more authentic in private than we are in public.
100%.
And
I'm that guy.
And we actually think we're actually transferring it, but it's like you were naked in the car, but then you came out with a full suit on.
All the layers.
All the layers was on when you got there. And here's the other thing that I cannot take for granted. And I've always known this, but you've helped me to appreciate it in a different way. People that show up to comedy clubs are smart people.
Oh.
I would dare to say they're some of the most intelligent people
100%
out of any group you can be in that has an audience.
100%.
These are very smart, discerning people. Just because they've laid their offense to the side don't mean they're stupid.
Right.
Yeah, they can
and
discern.
you don't have to talk to them like you got to dumb it down.
No, you don't. They're smart people.
And I was on that.
Yeah.
I was on that. I'm the smartest man in the room. I'm the sharpest. Man, I was full of pride, bro. I mean, It was disgusting.
Yeah. Wow.
I wasn't looking at people in their eyes. I
Yeah.
was looking over their heads.
Wow.
I was up there beating my chest. Look at me. I'm the big dog.
Wow.
And I was stanking the joint up. I'm talking about
Wow, bro.
body hot and cold at the same time.
Wow.
People looking at you like, hey, man, just die, bro. Just die.
Just die.
Just collapse. We gonna get somebody to get you off stage.
Right.
Like, don't wait till you get in the green room. Just collapse.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. Just fall now.
Because people don't like bad comedy, man.
No, man.
They don't like
It's painful.
They don't. It's bad.
It's very painful.
If you bad singing, the song will be over in a minute.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but man, 3 minutes,
bro,
can feel like 30 if you're dying
and you're saying nothing,
and nothing's connecting with anybody. That thing will hurt you.
So the performer's struggling and the audience is struggling.
Yeah, for sure.
It's bad, man.
Wow.
And so I had said, I don't want to live like this. Like, oh God, you didn't die on the cross for me to do this.
All right. So after you heard that, after you got that that insight from the Lord, what did you change, or what had to change that made that switch and that click? And then when did you first? I'm asking a whole bunch of questions.
No, he's good. This is good.
And let me ask this other thing in there, because I know it can all unfold as one response. But then, okay, so what did you change? What had to switch in you? And then when did you first notice the crowd?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Like the crowd picked up on it. You like, oh, this is the same stuff I was doing before. It was always missing, but now it just clicked.
Here's some technical stuff that I did.
Yeah, for sure. I want to know.
Technically, I did not honor their time, right? So I was showing up. This was, man, I did this for like a year, and I don't know what made me do it, but I was doing it, and I did it consistently. So I would have a show, and at this point in my career, I'm driving.
Yeah.
So shows are an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
On the way to the show, I would think about 3 to 5 jokes in the car. Wouldn't run them by anybody. I'm just in the car chilling. Oh, that's funny. I walk right out the green room and lead off with those 3 to 5 jokes, untested, untried, unvetted.
Yep.
And people are like, yo, die, bro.
Yep.
Get out of here. Just die. Get out of it, bro. What are you doing?
Right.
So I got all that out the way.
Yeah.
I said, let's start.
Yeah. With the stuff
that
you know that's gonna work.
Let's throw heat.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Let's hide this other stuff in the middle.
Yep.
And then let's put some stuff on the back end.
Yeah, for sure.
Before I was just a hobbyist.
Yeah.
But once I made the shift to being a craftsman, I said a craftsman wouldn't start with the untried.
Right, for sure.
The coach is not going to start the third string.
No, absolutely.
This cat has no reps, and I'm going to put him in the game.
Yeah, and nor is the first play of the game going to be something that you just practiced on Friday.
That we just, you know, you be good. I drew this up in the bathroom last night.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I got all that out the way.
Yeah,
like,
for
hey,
sure.
bro, we coming out firing.
Yeah,
I'm
for
talking
sure.
about lighting up the joint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before people even knew. And sometimes I hate. I need to get back to that guy sometimes because I come out now. I'm really, hey, we're gonna have a good time.
Right. Because you know exactly where you're taking
I know we going.
Yeah.
But
for
back,
sure.
boy, when I didn't know.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. There was an intentionality.
Murdering.
Yeah. For sure.
And they off kilter. They like, what? I just got a suit on.
Right.
He murdering me right now.
Right.
I'm very confused.
Yeah. For sure.
So that was like I came out with like. I saw your clip today. The hammer of Thor.
Yeah, for sure.
I had a lightning bolt.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And I was wielding it, baby.
Yeah.
So that's how I started.
Yep.
One of the other things I started to do that made a lot of sense to me was I stopped thinking about me in the audience. I used to write jokes for Mike Goodwin. Mike Goodwin not in the audience. I have a particular sense of humor, like things that make me laugh a little bit, probably more obscure, more, more a little detailed. That's not who out there. Maybe it's 2%, 4% of a laugh person, audience member that has a similar.
Right.
But I was doing too much. Like I'm writing for me and I'm on stage.
Wow.
Bro.
And you ain't there to laugh at you.
I'm not there at all. What are we doing? So I started being more mindful of when if I say something around folks, somebody like, oh, okay, they like that. Let me go down that route.
Hey, you are helping me right now.
I'm like, yo, because I'm like, I'm feeding food to me, and I'm not. They didn't ask for that.
Right, for sure.
They just want, hey man, I want fried chicken.
Yeah.
But here I am over. I got paprika in the fried chicken, and I got some garnish. Hey, bro, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah,
some fried chicken, my man.
Yeah.
And then if I like this fried chicken, then we'll go and try your other
offerings.
For
sure. Yeah, for sure. But we got to know this up front. Yeah. We gonna get this up front.
But let's get the stuff that we can agree. This is good. I enjoy this.
Yeah, for sure.
So I rolled it back. Like, hey, stop. You're doing too much.
Yeah.
Like you trying too hard.
Yeah.
And it was like people would laugh, and I would be like, oh, they like that. And I would go the other way. I'm like, no, I'm going this way.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the way.
Yeah, this is the way.
So I started
because sometimes the audience is telling you,
this is what we're
come down this street. Yeah.
Please
do more of that. Yeah. You got to be paying attention to that.
So, and I can do my stuff in there if you've given me the things I want. Yeah, man, get your shots.
Yeah, for sure.
Take your thing. Do the joke that you kind of were a little questionable about.
Yeah, for sure.
But man, give us the good stuff.
Yeah,
and. That was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
Because when I told myself, Mike, you're not in the audience, it really released me. to writing these sonnets or whatever I was trying to like. I was trying to be this Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock incarnate. Like every joke was this sculptured. Man, come on, man.
Nah.
Give me some fried chicken, baby. I'm hungry. Man.
Yeah. For
Give me
sure.
something to eat, man.
People go to fine dining is fine dining for a reason.
For a reason.
Right? It opens at 5 and closes at 11:30.
For a reason. And it's a special occasion.
It's a special occasion.
I'm not just rolling up over here. We did that last night. They took us to Perry's.
Perry's Steakhouse.
Oh man, let me get out. I went to the Hang 8 or whatever.
Hard eight.
Yeah. I'm looking at Perry's like, yo, my wife not here with me. What am I doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of here, bro.
For sure.
Hey man, we're gonna get some barbecue.
Yeah, let's go get some brisket real quick. Yeah, that's really good, man. What I'll say, the reason why I say you helped me is because I usually find the stuff I'm gonna talk about from interacting with my family and friends, and whatever they laugh at that I wasn't intending them to laugh at, I pay attention to that.
That's the stuff.
I'm like, that's funny.
That's the stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, I was just talking. But duly noted. Like you know what I mean?
Got it.
That's how I get it. And then you're right. The heady stuff that like I might be passionate about, I give that to them at the end.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I've already given you your laugh.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna listen to me.
Yeah. Or like the trending topics. I look at trending topics. I ain't talking about none of that. Everybody already talking about that.
Right, exactly.
I want to be different.
Right, exactly.
But giving my perspective on that is different.
Right. That's right. That's exactly right. And they want to hear it.
They want to hear it.
They actually want to hear it.
That's what they're talking about.
That's what they're talking about. They want to hear
Give
what
us your perspective on this.
That's exactly right. That's exactly
Versus,
right.
I'm not doing this. I'm going over here.
That's exactly
and
right.
talking about the War of 1873.
Right.
It's like,
because I was going to be the dean of students. And I need y'all to know I'm well read.
Academic jokes, baby. The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison jokes, baby.
Nobody.
What?
Yeah. I got this great joke.
Give me that Richard Wright native son joke, baby.
I got a great joke about Nat Turner. Can't wait to tell it to you.
Can't wait to give it to you, baby.
Nobody wants it.
No, sir. Let's talk about Diddy.
That's insightful, bro. Yeah, exactly. They want to know about Diddy.
Want to know about Diddy.
It doesn't matter, like, because I am that kind of person that I'll be like, they've baby oiled this to death. And they're like, but you haven't baby oiled it yet.
Haven't been
and
in
I'm
there.
like, but I don't.
You ain't going in the medicine cabinet.
Yeah, I don't.
The baby
But
oil.
I don't even use baby oil.
I don't even use it.
I use Nivea. So,
but you even give him a pump fake. Like we think we talking about Diddy, and I'm back to Nat Turner, baby.
Yeah. Not a Nat Turner pump fake. Not a Nat Turner hezzy.
It's a resin, baby.
That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. All right, so you made that switch.
Yeah.
And then the audience.
They gave it to, like, comedy is so beautiful because it's in the moment.
It is, bro.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, it is true.
There's no analyzing.
No.
There's no rubric. There's no, like, if I say words and you laugh, I won.
Yeah.
Championship.
Oh my God.
I talk, laugh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's really good.
I don't have to wait for direct deposit.
Yeah,
I don't
true.
have to get a committee to say,
yeah.
Well, 5 of the 7 thought it was fun. No,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I talk, laugh. Interesting thing. Whenever I get emails from people about a joke that offends, and I don't write a lot of jokes that offends, but jokes offend sometimes. It's always a joke that's killing. And I'm like, hey, man, you see all these people laughing?
Yeah, and usually they laugh too. Yeah.
You see all these people?
Yeah.
This the joke?
Yeah.
Email me about the joke when nobody laughed.
Right,
Then I'll
right.
be like, yeah, I need to get that out of there, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You talking about the joke where I got a standing ovation on?
Right.
Man, get out of my inbox,
for sure.
man.
Yeah, for sure.
So, comedy is not a lecture. Comedy is not a college class. Even though I know I look like a professor of African American studies, I'm not teaching you something.
Right.
I want you to laugh.
Yeah, that's good.
And I write jokes where I believe I write for the case. I want 100% of the room to laugh. I don't write jokes to split people. I don't write jokes. Oh, this, and if it has the ability to split, it's so funny that I don't care what side of issue you on, you're gonna laugh.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are the kind of jokes I'm writing. I'm writing jokes that when you hear it, you laugh.
Yeah,
that's all I'm trying to do.
For sure. Yeah, so I want everybody to understand that Mike is one of two people that I regularly pass all my material through before I perform it. And there is a mindset that you have that I really, really appreciate, because it and to have this context now actually makes it more beautiful, because I can hear the previous conversations that we've had, and I'm like, oh, that comes from what the Lord told you. Like,
right.
You ain't talking to them. Because all of your feedback to me is like, is that going to be good for the audience? That's all your feedback is. And like, that's going to be good, but if you approach it this way, that would make it better, or think about it like this, or add that to it. And you're so generous too. So like, that's the thing that, as somebody just stepping back into,
right,
like I appreciate so much, because so many comics are like, they're hoarders. They're hoarders. They're like, nah, this is mine. You got to get yours, bro. This is mine. I'm not giving that to you. So I understand the humility that you brought to the public and to your performance, but where did that generosity come from?
That's a great question, man. I was thinking about this because I'm going to visit a comic that's in the area. He's not doing well.
Okay.
But I remember when I first started, the conversation was around like, Mike, you're like a red shirt freshman. That was kind of the discussion that, you know, we're seniors, we're juniors. This person is in my class, that person is in my class. And I get down with that kind of philosophy to some degree because I was in the military.
Yeah.
I understand the hierarchy. I joined the fraternity. I understand that there's a chain of command, there's order, there's deference. So in comedy, I experienced that. And I'm in this weird, I'm kind of like the Joshua to the Moses comedy situation. So I came in under Moses, but this new Joshua's movement was happening. So I wasn't really, I'm still kind of Moses-esque, but I saw the online thing pop.
Yeah.
And when I started, all of my mentors were telling me, don't post on the internet. Don't put your jokes online. People steal your material. All the negative things.
Yeah.
But I'm watching people post on the internet and do all this, and they're exploding.
Yeah.
So I'm in this kind of dilemma of like, well, they say it's important to kill on stage, but nobody's coming to watch me kill on stage because I don't have anything online.
Right.
And so I always, and even from just me growing up, I've always wanted a particular mentor in my life.
Yeah.
And I heard Pastor Jake say this years ago, and I've always kind of held true to it. He said, if there's something that you're missing, give it away until you don't need it anymore. And so I try to be the mentor, or at least a comedy resource that I would have wanted to have. And I had some good people around me. I'm not saying that I had bums and trash.
Right.
But there was a next level of like, hey, man, don't just tell me the thing. Tell me the thing, why it led to the thing.
Right.
What's the thing after the thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Why is it a thing?
Right, exactly.
Give me more context.
Yeah.
And I didn't necessarily feel like I received that. So
Gotcha.
I'm a huge proponent of giving it.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, man, it's I've been a direct recipient of it. It's just so stinking refreshing, especially when I get to call you back and be like, that worked.
Right.
That worked.
And I've also understood, because I do some speaking.
Yep.
I've been in a community of comedians, and I've been in a community of speakers.
Yep.
And speakers are far more generous than comedians.
Interesting.
And I struggle. I struggle with comedians are generous when they're successful. Like
Got
the
you.
ones.
Yeah.
If you talk to Kevin Hart,
yeah, for sure. He'll give you
super
everything.
generous.
Yeah, for sure.
But the cat that's looking at you like, yo, you might get my gig.
Right.
Not very generous.
Yeah.
If I give you this booker's name,
yeah.
I might not get booked.
Facts.
So I can't.
That's real.
Like I gotta preserve it's self-preservation at some level, and it's the idea of abundance versus lack.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I it's interesting now that you say that because obviously I've been a speaker longer,
right.
exponentially longer than the comedy. And my mantra has always been everything from the kingdom is public domain. So I would preach a sermon. I preached a sermon yesterday. And the person actually came up to me and said, "I'm going to the prison this week
with that
and
sermon.
I'm preaching that exact sermon."
Right.
And my response is, "It's yours."
Yeah.
Everything from the kingdom is public domain.
Right.
But you're right. Nobody would be like, that exact joke.
Oh, that's death sentence.
That you just told.
That's a death sentence.
I'm repeating it verbatim in Myrtle Beach.
That is the highest form of terrorism.
Yeah, it is true
in the comedy.
So let me ask you this question then, because I didn't think about this till right now. Based on that, how it feels like there would be so much pressure for comedians for original thought and original content. If I can't share and can't also use, right, or be inspired by or hit, even if it sounds the same, it's like, you must have got that from something, right? And so what I've learned, including myself, and this was 25 years ago, and now that I'm back, I don't listen to other comics because I don't want to be influenced by the material to where now my whole set is half of what you was talking about.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It does. It makes a lot of sense. And I've grown to the point of like, I recognize, because I watch everything and I watch everybody, and I'm watching in terms of the student aspect.
Yeah,
of it.
me too.
Or I'm looking also at, there are some principles like, oh, this person said this, about that. So I could do that with my jokes, separate from the content.
Correct, absolutely correct.
So the content, you leave it alone.
Yeah.
And I think the way that I look at jokes is like raising a child. So you have this little baby joke, and you raise it, you put it through nursery school, you put it through kindergarten, and then you got this baby out here in the NFL, and somebody come take your baby. You
right, for sure. I raised this child.
Yeah, you didn't steal it when it was not producing anything. You stole it when it was very profitable to me.
Yeah, for sure.
So that becomes a very problematic endeavor, right? So I would encourage you still to like listen, because we like, there always is going to be some similar parallel thoughts.
Yeah,
there's
for
always
sure.
going to be.
Yeah.
And people always are like, I get this online, like, you post your stuff. Oh, that's Tony Baker's joke. I don't steal jokes, bro.
Right, yeah,
like,
exactly.
Don't
Stop
even play
playing.
that game with me.
But don't also think we're not looking at the same world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
don't play that game with me. If you looking at my joke and my joke is word for word, but you like, oh, Tony Baker talk about cats, you talk about cats, you stole Tony Baker bro. No, man.
That's ridiculous. We both notice cats.
Are you a maniac?
Exactly. It's very true. You on Interstate 10, they on Interstate 10, you trying to chase them. Nah, nigga, we go to work the same way.
You talk about mama. Tony Baker had a joke about his mama. You stole his. No, everybody has a mama, my man.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? So I do think that originality and your unique voice is very important. You shouldn't be don't steal jokes.
Yeah, that's
like
that's terrible.
I stand 10 toes down on that.
Yeah.
But also I love to see how other comedians' minds work.
Yeah.
So I think when I watch this stuff, man, I just enjoy it.
Yeah,
I don't
for sure.
I don't watch. Sometimes I really turn off my ideas type deal, and I'm just like, I just want to enjoy what they're doing or see what they're doing. And this is me 15 years in the game, right?
For sure.
Like,
that's true.
So that there may be a level of time where you're like, yo, I'm out. I'm good. I'm gonna focus on my thing, and then you got it rolling.
Yeah, and then
you go over there and check that out.
I'm in that. I'm in that phase.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm only people I can listen to right now is Pryor, George Carlin, and Robin Williams.
Right.
Like I'm listening to like old people or dead people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm finding a lot of parallels and inspiration.
And those are masters.
Yeah,
like,
for
Carlin,
sure.
I mean, good grief.
Yeah, Carlin
is
content. I could watch Carlin all day because I could never do what he does.
Bro.
His writing was.
And there's no topic because people will be like politics, which he did talk about politics, but he talked about family get-togethers.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's like there's no
he's
topic.
Yeah,
he's talking about life.
Yeah, he's talking about life. He's talking about life, and that's what I gravitate to. That
right
because I'm interested in life.
Right.
I don't want to be this guy only talks about this thing and he's the ranter on that. Right? Like I'm just like life. I'm intrigued by life,
and I feel like I was gonna say being controversial because it's not controversial, but I do feel like as negative as people are to like comedy that uses language or to topics, because I was having a conversation with someone about going to shows and comedians like Ali Sadiq talks about talking up under a woman's dress. So like if all your material is sexual to nature,
for sure.
or if you like, yo, where my weed smokers at?
Yeah.
I don't do any of that. Like I'm out of there. I don't. But on the other side, if you just talking about church and the usher and the person with the stank breath and the choir that can't march, I don't want to do that either.
Yeah,
like, hey, bro,
either. No,
like get out of there.
Yeah.
Like open yourself.
Get out of there. Yeah, come from under her dress.
Come from
off of that pew.
Come out of that pew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Both
Get
of
your
y'all.
butt to the grocery store.
That's right.
Go down to
get out
Kmart.
of the dispensary.
Is Kmart still around?
No, it's gone.
Is, service merchandise. Go down to service merchandise.
Yeah. It's true.
It's out of here.
Yeah.
Right. Sears and Roebuck. Go down there and man, go live life.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure. Live.
Quit talking about the deacon.
Yeah.
That is falling asleep.
Yeah.
We got it.
We get it.
We got it, bro.
We already heard it.
We got it.
It was funny it was funnier when the deacon did it.
Let's do something different.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, for sure.
You got a whole family.
Yeah.
You got a whole
my kids, my mother-in-law, my wife.
You've been in the military.
Yeah.
Give us something.
Yeah, for sure.
More.
Yeah.
So I really don't aspire to be one-dimensional.
Me either.
People look at you look at my photographs of my ain't no telling who I'm in front of.
Right.
Man, what Mike doing in front of all them white people? What Mike doing? Bro.
Yep.
I tell jokes.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Absolutely.
I want people to laugh.
Yeah, that's good.
So you can find me. I could be in Montana. I can be
for sure.
Albany, Georgia. Like,
hey, you do be everywhere
I
too.
go.
Yeah, you do, man. You do.
Bro,
you tell me some of the states you going to, and I'm trying to picture where's this nigga going?
I work.
Who
bro.
are you talking to today?
Corporate. Okay, let's ride. Church,
yeah, for sure.
Ride.
Absolutely.
Club,
yeah.
ride.
Yeah, bro.
I got jokes that travel.
I got it. No, I respect it.
My jokes don't just work in certain zip codes.
That's right,
baby.
bro. Absolutely, man. Funny is funny.
My jokes go.
That's what I love about comedy is funny,
regardless.
It don't matter if people have any relational equity to the material,
right.
If they have a shared experience with the material or not. They just know like this works. This is funny to me. I've never been in the hood,
right?
But that's funny.
That's why I love
never
Pryor.
been rich, but that's funny.
Pryor will paint a story like you know. I'm never free based.
Exactly. I've never burned myself up, but he was the master of that. His vulnerability was unbelievable.
Right.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. Man, that blesses me. So what are you musing right now?
Man.
Like, what's the thing that's like what is on your mind more than other things right now?
I think the thing that it's a few things, but something I think that would be beneficial to the community would be so I made the leap from being selfish to being selfless in terms of my comedy. Another big leap for me, and this hopefully will help a Christian artist, someone who's desiring to serve people but also have a marketplace mandate type deal.
Yeah.
I stopped seeing myself as an artist and I started seeing myself as an entrepreneur. That totally revamped how I approached my situation, because realistically, I wanted to get off the chitlin circuit.
Yeah,
I was
for sure.
doing family reunions, birthday parties, these events that I felt like these people don't honor me.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't see this growing and scaling my career.
Yeah.
And I just saw a lid. Like there's only so high that I can go, kind of being the comedian. Like, oh yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much you got? Okay.
Yeah.
And when I started saying, no, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business person.
Yeah.
I monetized this skill set to take care of my family, to bless others. Then that's when I started seeing a shift. So I would have hoped someone would have had a conversation with me when I was a younger comic to say, hey man, you can wave the flag of comedy all you want, but comedy's not going to take care of you if you don't take care of your business.
That's good, bro.
If you don't take care of your taxes, you don't take care of producing merchandise that can be sold after you walk off stage, if you're not thinking about scaling and growing, if you're not thinking about generating leads, you're not thinking about getting recurring income. Like, it's great that you're killing.
Right.
But what if they stop making phone calls to invite you to come do the thing? Like,
Right.
Are you out of game?
Yeah.
COVID hit, boom.
Right.
Bunch of people say they were comedians, not comedians anymore.
Right.
Like I don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, for sure.
So I really hope that those of us that feel called to do certain things, especially in the arts, that we'll get our business in order. Like we would approach it, and it's the idea of like, I'm gonna do everything I can do naturally and allow God to put his super on top of my natural.
Yeah,
but
for
I'm
sure.
not just gonna sit around. Like, and I think about this a lot because I've been in environments where people had so much faith and very little action. So much scriptures that we quoting, and we done laid hands on chairs talking about these people coming into these seats, but you ain't marketing.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's so true, bro.
You ain't buying no ads.
It's true, bro. It's true.
If IBM, McDonald's, advertises.
Yeah, for sure.
But you don't want to have a business card.
Right.
What are we even talking about right now?
For sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so true, bro. It's so true. It's so true. I'm very I have a Sean Carter said it this way. I got a hustler spirit. Nigga, period. Peep my hat, dog. Look the way I wear it. You know what I mean?
I walk like a ball
player.
Man. Come on, like
you know what I mean? Anywhere you are who you are, player. You know what I mean? So like, I come from, dude, I was in 7th grade. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on this pod in my life. I'll say his first name. I won't say his last name. Damon was in 7th grade. I saw my first crack rock when I was in 7th grade. And I was like, I knew what it was doing to people.
Right.
I had never seen it. And so I'm looking at this little white rock, opaque in color, almost had like a yellowish tone to it. And it was so tiny in his hand. And I was like, this is what is jacking people up? He was like, yeah, bro. He was like, but man, I sell this for like $10. But I got this big batch and you just crack off these pieces. And then you just sell them all. Like I could sell this one for 10, but I could also sell this one like even a little bit bigger. I could sell this for 20. And then I re-up and get it back and boom, boom. And listen, these were drugs. I'm not making any You know what I'm saying?
Nice way to say this.
These are drugs. And this is an entrepreneur with a product telling me how he creates his profit margin. And I could hear the entrepreneur in the dope dealer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't agree with their lifestyle.
Right.
I don't agree with what they, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I could hear the entrepreneur in there. And that's where I was like, okay, I need to get to the profit margin. Like, where can I get to making the money?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I'm going to flip this, I need to come out with $50 if the investment was 25.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So, or if the investment was 30 and I make 50, okay, I made 20 off of it. Like it, but there's got to be margin for profit. And when you think about business, and that was like at the basic level.
Yeah.
When I realized I could do that with legal things, when I realized communication was a gift and I could find profit margin in that, I was like, oh, I think I'm going to be all right with this high school diploma I got from this alternative school because I was so uninspired by class, because I was the opposite side of where you are, sir. There was no bachelor's and master's for me to go get. I barely got out of high school. Willow Creek. Shout out to Willow Creek, or was it Willow Park High School? It's either Willow Park or Willow Creek in Apple Valley, California.
Holy smokes.
I graduated. But here's the thing. I got into that alternative school because I was in alternative school in my last semester of junior high, and then we go into the summer break, so I'm supposed to enroll as a senior.
Right.
But we moved 66 miles away, so I thought, I get to go back to public school. My transcripts came from an alternative school. They said, you can't
go to the new alternative school.
You got to go to the alternative school. I get to the alternative school. They were like, hey, you work at your own pace. Let's just say I had, I don't know, let's say I had 27 credits to graduation. They were like, you work at your own pace, and when you're done with these 27 credits, then you graduate. And I don't even think it was 27. It might have been 30-something.
Right.
I was done in 3 months.
E-learning.
I was done in 3 months. There was no e-learning.
This
is pre-e-learning. This is 1994. They had packets.
This is me learning.
These were just packets, right? When you finish the packet, you done with a unit. I was done in 90 days. What I didn't realize is it was the boundaries that they were setting
that made you produce.
No, it was the boundaries that was set in public school that made me go, I don't like the structure.
Yeah.
The moment the boundaries were taking it away,
you got at it.
I was like, so I don't have to go a whole semester in English?
Oh, you just rebellious.
I was, bro. I'm such a literalist, and I'm a real practical person.
Right.
Now, this is a thing that I have to. Let me tell you the type of guy I am. I'm the type of guy that if there's a 4-way stop sign, but it's 2 a.m., that stop sign's not talking to me. It can't be.
There's not 4 people here.
There's nobody coming.
There's nobody here.
This makes sense during business hours. Stop signs make sense. A 4-way stop sign makes perfect sense.
At 2 in the morning. At 9
2 p.m.
Yeah, 2 p.m.
At 9 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m. At 2 a.m.?
Nah.
You're not talking to me now. You can't be talking to me now. Because look, there's no one else here.
It's just me.
Who am I stopping for?
It's me.
It's just me. I'm that dude, right?
Right.
So I thought about school the same way. I was like, y'all can't be talking. It don't take 9 months to do nothing.
Right.
It don't.
Make a baby.
It take that. That takes 9 months. Technically 10, right? But it don't take 9 months to go through no damn English.
Right.
So no, I'm going to the liquor store. You will find me at the liquor store playing Street Fighter.
Oh, okay.
With the big pads before they had the buttons. I was Harbit. You can. I was hip. I was. And Chun-Li was my favorite. Chun-Li was my favorite. Her little legs. I was over there wearing people up, bro. So that was my. And really, that's been, I guess I didn't know I was going to talk about this, but that's been my path back to comedy too.
Right.
It has been.
You did. Yeah, 100%.
I like after 2 weeks of open mics, I was like, why the hell? Why am I doing? Why am I driving around the DFW Metroplex for 5 minutes? For 10 minutes?
This makes no sense.
This makes no sense. If I can't make the people that are already following me laugh, and I feel like I had an advantage because these wasn't church people.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So it wasn't like we just want to see you laugh at all costs. It was like, we know you pod. We don't know if you funny.
Right.
And we'll be the judge of that.
We'll let you know.
And then they didn't laugh when it wasn't funny. And they did laugh when it was there. But at least I got to figure that out on my own.
And it was longer than 5 minutes.
I bet you it was. It was much longer than 5 minutes. I got 3 hours and 50 minutes under my belt in 2 shows.
But again, that goes back to my point of business.
Yeah, bro.
Because if you would have just kept following the little path that was laid out before you, that's 3 years later. Now you like, yo, I'm doing comedy.
Right. Exactly.
There's got to be a better way to do this.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Absolutely.
not 1980. Like,
right.
We're not.
Yeah. This is not the same.
It's not the
landscape.
comedy club.
That's right. That was
the
the only
boom.
way back then. That was the only
it.
way. Absolutely. You had to get on Carson.
You had to go to Topeka, Kansas. You had to go to Wisconsin. You don't have to do that now.
Yeah, for sure. And okay, so this is interesting because there's some, because this happens in everybody's field and comedy's no different. There are some people that respect you or don't respect you if you didn't come up the same way they did.
That's the first thing I thought was the shame. People will shame success. Wow. You will shame success because you're looking at a packed room.
Yeah.
You're looking at ticket sales.
Yeah.
But he didn't do the 5-minute clubs for 3 years. He's not a real comedian. Well, these are real audience members. These are real ticket sales. This is real money in my account.
That's really good. It's so good, bro.
These are real brand deals.
So everything's real except me?
Except me?
How?
I'm fake.
Yeah, man.
But all this real money. Providing people with real jobs, real opportunities.
Oh, bro,
but
that's
you
so
real
good. Yeah.
with none of this other stuff.
Oh.
Make it make sense to me, baby.
So let me say, okay, so I'm fake with these real, with a real audience and real ticket sales, but you real broke.
Where they paper the room, they call people, hey man, you got 2-for-1 tickets for $5.
I don't want to do that.
No.
I don't want to do that.
And you don't have to.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate that people continue to be artists and not entrepreneurs.
Oh, that's helpful.
If you want to be a starving artist, have at it. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Nobody's stopping.
Yeah, for sure.
But you don't have to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. When was that switch for you?
It happened when I became competent in the skill set. Like, because there was a bunch of times I was just trying to figure out, was I good? Was I doing a good job?
Yeah, for sure. So how long did that take you, though?
It took me, I would say, 5 years.
Okay.
When I started saying, okay, man, I got something here.
Got you.
And it grows, right? Like,
yeah, for sure,
but
of course.
It did. And here was the other thing, too, that kind of led me to becoming full-time. I was making half of my salary doing comedy on the side. And I did that for 3 years before I leaped. So you'll have people that make one big paycheck and they out.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Nah, I left.
Yeah.
After we paid down debt.
Yep.
We got the bills to a manageable amount of money where I was like, oh, if all I need is this amount every month, we got that. I didn't just bounce. Lord, I'm trusting you. Lord, you gave me this vision, you gave me this talent. Nah, I was a good steward because it took 3 years where I was like, okay, I've made half of my income doing comedy on the side. If I just focused on comedy, I think we can really grow this thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that was one of the first places where I was like, okay, that's tangible.
Yeah.
Like I saw that and I reproduced it. Like I did 1 year, I did the second year, I did third year. Okay, this is real.
Yeah,
There's
for sure.
something that's really here.
Yeah.
The other thing was I started seeing the client that I wanted to work with not reach out to me. Like I was getting reached out to. So the idea of like the chilling circuit wasn't them, it was me.
Yeah, for sure.
Like what about me?
Yeah.
Was making all these fan reunions,
Right.
all these birthday parties,
Right,
all
for
these
sure.
80th birthday celebrations. What about me made them say,
how many niggas can turn 80 before you realize you gotta go?
and let's just say this: don't have a surprise party for your 80th, for your grandmother's 80th. That's not the time to do that.
No, not at all.
She gonna surprise you. Y'all gonna be down in the ER. Everybody's surprised.
Dog, that's so funny.
Do not be. Don't tell Nana.
Oh my
No,
God!
you better
Please
tell Nana.
tell Nana. A year from now, when you turn 80,
You go to Nana to the upper room.
early.
Super
My
early.
God, that's
so.
hilarious.
What about me was attracting
Yeah, for sure.
these type of clients? I wanted to work with corporate.
Yeah.
I wanted to work with big conferences.
Yeah, for sure.
And leadership.
Yeah.
So I had to start changing my image, my branding. What was I communicating to the marketplace that said, hey, I'm the guy you're looking for?
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that was a big component of it.
Yeah. No, that's man, you helping me. You came over here to drop some stuff for me. I don't know if anybody, I don't care if nobody else watches this episode. Like if they listen to this episode, you giving out free game.
Hey, man.
You giving out free game.
Amen.
So the entrepreneur side obviously sounds like, because you've been doing this full time now for how
11
long?
years.
11 years. But you did it 3 years
I did
part-time.
it probably 6 years with a job.
Yep.
6 years with a job.
Yep.
I sucked with a job. I started getting better with a job.
Yep.
Then I started making money with a job.
Yep.
And then I was going to leave and get another job, like a smaller job, because I had a big job.
Yep.
And I called my wife and said, hey, I'm going to get like a entry-level job. And my wife said, I think you should do this full-time.
Yeah, you just need somebody to believe.
My wife said, I think. Now, she hung the phone up and was like, what did I just tell that boy?
He better
in that
be
moment.
funny.
When she hung the phone up, she was like,
What did I say? Exactly. Yeah.
But I was looking to get a smaller job.
Yeah.
Because I got a family.
Yeah, for sure, of course.
So I'm going to make decisions that benefit my family.
But bro, Ed, can you speak to this? I need you to articulate something for me. There comes a point, I believe, in every person's life where they got to push all the chips to the middle of the table.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't think you've really lived,
Right.
or you can say you've really applied faith.
Man.
If you're a believer, if you're an unbeliever, I don't think you could ever say you lived. Period. If you're a believer, I don't ever think you can say you have faith until you have literally pushed all chips to the middle of the table and say, it's either this or bust.
Boy, that's so good. What had happened for me, it was at my church. My pastor was preaching out of that story about the lepers.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a statement that just exploded inside of my spirit. Like it just, like when you hear something, you wish you could unhear it.
Yeah, for sure.
So my pastor's talking about the lepers, and he makes this comment. He said, some of you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, but what you're doing isn't it. And that like resonated so much, was like, yeah, this ain't it.
Yeah, for sure.
So it exploded. And I was already in that, I'd already kind of looked at the other job, and my wife was telling me that, you need to do this full time. So I went to my pastor.
Yeah.
I ended up crying in his office because I was just like, I don't want to make the wrong decision.
Yeah, for sure.
And he brings it up all the time. Yeah, I remember when Mike came, he was crying at his office. And I ain't no crying dude like that.
Right, for sure.
But the question mark was like, did God tell me to do this? And I got all this evidence.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I got all the receipts.
Yeah, for sure.
From the first time I did it, successful.
Yeah.
It's grown. Even though I was bad,
Yeah.
I grew.
Yeah.
I grew in my faith.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
grew in my finances. I grew in my relationship.
Yeah.
I got all this evidence that God, he has his hand on me. Like, that's one thing, man. If you look at me, you can't see God's hand on me, I don't know what you're looking at. Because like, he's faithful, right? And for me to continue to try to hold both things, like, and it was failing. Like, I was not doing great work at work.
Yep.
And now my comedy was starting to be affected because I'm showing up places tired.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
not giving great shows.
Yeah, for sure.
So this ain't the way.
Yeah,
like,
no, some had to give.
This is not it.
Some had to give.
And unfortunately, people just go back to the safe.
That's right.
They go back to the thing that's like, hey, man, that costs too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
They walk away like the rich young ruler, right? I did not anticipate.
Right, exactly.
That this was going to be what I had to give.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I was approached with that situation, I said, man, I'm gonna push all the chips in the table, and I'm gonna go with God, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
And even driving here today, I'm so enamored with my life and what God has done with me. Like, I'm from this small town in South Carolina. I'm in Texas. I did a TEDx talk yesterday.
Wow.
I'm on the pod with you.
Yeah.
I'm living my dream.
Yeah, for sure.
But if I wouldn't have made the decision to push all the chips on the middle of the table, like you said, I would still be at the school having a fine time. Like, mailing in transcripts right now. Kids are trying to get it. I'll be sick to my head.
Yeah, for sure.
Mr. Goodwin, did you send my transcript?
Right.
Did you send my teacher recommendation?
Right.
If I had one more parent-teacher conference,
wow,
I would have probably shot myself.
Yeah.
So I knew, I knew there's no future. I would have loved to have been the teacher that was there for 40 years and watch the kids grow up and come back. But I just knew that wasn't real. Yeah,
for sure.
I wasn't that guy. Like, there were moments of it I was like, that's good.
Yeah.
But there were other moments like, man, I gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in a meeting with a student and his mom. This student may have been like middle of his class, like 50 percentile.
Yep.
And he was talking about applying to Vanderbilt. Now this 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I think Vanderbilt's like maybe 6% admissions rate today.
Wow.
So back then, they may have been 20.
Right.
Bro wasn't even close.
Right.
And they having this conversation about, like, my man, like, he know he not good, but his mom, like, we had this nice school. I think Vanderbilt should be one of the places he apply. And I really wanted to be like, no, Vanderbilt is not the place he should apply.
Your son's not Vanderbilt.
You should not even say Vanderbilt.
Right. Don't mention it.
Don't even say the word.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we doing in here?
Yeah, for sure.
You just want to give somebody $75. Just give me the $75.
Right, exactly.
Because that's what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
He's not getting, they not even go, hey, man, oh, no, put him over.
Wow.
Put him on the decline.
Wow.
Like, there's no wait list. There's no, let's defer him. Nah. Thank you for the $75 fee. So, yeah, man, I remember, like, sitting in those meetings and, like, yeah, I'm not supposed to be in here. And then I always tell myself this, on my toughest days in comedy, would I want to be standing in the carpool line? And I'm like, I'd rather have this day that I just had.
For sure.
Would I rather be in a teacher-parent meeting? I'd rather be in front of this audience that I feel like I'm wrestling them to the ground.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah. I'll never forget Dave Chappelle talking about when he told his dad he wanted to get into comedy, and his dad was like, you're not going to make no money. And he, you know, long story short, Dave was just basically like, if I just got enough money for like a 1-bedroom apartment and some bologna and
specifically the teacher salary, it was like
if I could
like
just
$30,000.
Yeah, if I just make $30,000, I'll be happy. And that's all his father wanted to know is like, are you realistic about what this could be? Because that's the way I'm wired, bro. I just want to be fulfilled in what I do.
Yeah.
I will adjust my entire lifestyle for fulfillment.
And that's good, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Like, I don't need the improv sign behind me to be like, now I'm a comic. You know what I mean? I may never be the world's comic.
Right.
I'm just somebody's comic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like I'm fulfilled off that. The 60 people coming to Graffiti Pasta.
Oh my God.
Right now, those are like the
cabbage stock, you know,
like,
doing the Reebok.
Yeah,
doing,
exactly.
Like, yo.
And I'm selling it out. Like if I was only selling 3 tickets for $10, maximum 60 seats, I would be like, you know what? Maybe I'm not.
We should reconsider.
I should reconsider life at this point. Double down on the podcast because this other outlet ain't it, right?
This is not the way.
This is not the way. This is not the way. This is not the way here. This is not the way there. No, 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 no. Shout out to Dikembe. We love you, man. We know you. We know you in heaven. We love you, Dikembe. So no, that's really good, man. I've had to do that multiple times in my life.
And you said something that made me think real quick too.
Yes, sir.
Especially all of you that's listening. Define success for yourself. Because people will keep moving the goalpost. Somebody be like, oh, you on Saturday Night Live? No, I don't never want to be on Saturday Night Live. That's your dream.
Exactly.
That's not mine.
Exactly.
I never considered being, what are you talking about?
Yep.
So that's one of the first things when you endeavor to be successful, give yourself the definition. I ask God, what's the definition? What does success? And for me, it's being to take care of my family.
That's it. That's all I need. I just want to just give me something that's going to help me take care of my family.
Take care of my family.
And I'm Gucci.
I want to put my kids through college.
Yeah.
I want my wife to buy the things she want to buy.
Yeah.
I want us to vacation. And
Yeah. Yeah.
But whether or not I'm on the cover of Time, whether or not I'm on Saturday Night Live roster, like
that's not it.
That's not my definition of success.
That's not. See, bro.
I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad either. And I don't need a Netflix special. That'd be nice. I don't need one. I'm good.
And I got some stuff I would like.
Yeah, I do.
But
too.
it ain't success. Like that ain't
right. Yeah,
that
exactly.
ain't if I don't get that.
Yeah.
I'm not successful.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I'm
like
actually
to get that.
I'm already successful. Like, so let's make that abundantly clear.
Yeah, we already good on that.
I'm kind of I've been thinking about this. I talked to Juliet about this. Like, I'm kind of low-key semi-retired at 49. It's like a weird place to be in, dog.
Right.
I'm
and
not
you got to
supposed-
redefine what's the next
I'm
step.
16 years from.
Yeah. But you know what the paradigm shift is now for your workers and what you want for them.
That's right. That's
Their
why I'm trying to
goals.
expose them to so much.
Their goals.
Yeah,
and
you know
your
what I mean?
children, like what's the
what is
dream
it?
can I provide for you?
Exactly.
How can I be a benefactor in your life? How
That's
can
exactly
I
right.
be a dream maker? Yeah.
That's right.
Because that's when you start. Because you're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I ain't got to get out of bed.
Yeah, man.
But it's some other people.
Some other
that if I don't
people,
get
bro.
up,
Yeah, exactly.
they don't get it.
And I want them to have it.
I want them to
bro.
have it.
I want them to have it all, man. Dang, that blessed me. All right, Jesus is Lord to the glory of God. I don't know why I felt like I need to put that in at the end of it.
Man, thank y'all for having me, man. It's been fun.
Yo,
man.
bro, like I'm like you, like this is like a shot in the arm. Now you know I still need to call you.
Hey, funny story.
This don't replace the call that I need.
Tim did cash out me, but I was like, hey, bro, don't feel like you need to cash out me every time we get on the phone because this is gonna get expensive.
And as soon as he said that, I said, thank you so much. Because I set that price pretty high.
Just go ahead and get this.
I set that price pretty high. I needed. I'm glad he said it.
Bro.
I wasn't even thinking it, but as soon as he said it, I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Because, Lord.
Hey, man, I'm going to send you my invoice.
Got a new invoice for you. For them jokes you ran by me.
Don't even worry about it. I'm going to send it to your people.
Yeah,
I know your people now, baby.
That 1.5 hours is the same standard fee as your average lawyer.
Billable hours.
Got billable hours to listen to your jokes. I'm dead meat. Dude, I love you so much, man.
Man, thanks for having me.
Thanks for sharing. Thanks for just personally being such a blessing to me and helping me find my way through this season.
Yeah.
And really helping me expedite it. Like you're saving me time, bro.
Yeah.
You're shaving some time off of it. And so,
and I'm excited to do it, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I love you so much. Listen, tell them all the places they can find you. What's your social
Mike
media?
Goodwin.
Yep.
.com. I don't know if you're supposed to say .com anymore. I used to say www.
No, it's just MikeGoodwin.com.
HTTP
not
semicolon backslash.
the whole. I'm a part of this newfangled internet sensation called the World Wide Web. Has nothing to do with spiders, but everyone's caught in it.
Oh man, Mike Goodwin. Any social media is Bowtie Comedy. Check me out on YouTube, on Instagram. Instagram is where I'm actually operating and participating. So
Gotcha.
and on Facebook too. I'm the one that's responding. So if you shoot me messages, I'm gonna read it
for sure.
I think I'm gonna start doing some content on dumb comments that people put on my stuff. I'm gonna start talking about it. I'm like a moth drawn to a flame. Like when I see a dumb comment, and I don't want to just respond in that moment. I want everybody to share. I want everybody to get a part. You were like, this is a good idea. Make it for everybody. Don't just comment to the person. Screenshot it. Let's talk about it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to pray about that one because we did an episode and I said I need to stay out the comments. Cause I'm too petty, Mike.
Yeah, I'm petty Murphy too.
Petty.
I'm petty.
And if I get to respond, I already know as a believer, like on the pod, I don't have no permission, right? In the pulpit, I never had permission.
Right.
But if you gonna let the comment live where I do comedy,
man, it's a different. Hey man. Comedy
I have a different license.
You gotta tell them, hey, this was this preacher or is this comedy? Let's let me get clear when people make comments. Is this a ministry comment? Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
But if we talking about comedy,
I get to go.
Hey man, it's
you put yourself out here.
It's full contact.
Yeah, I could break your ankle.
It's full contact.
It's legal.
Don't let the boat die fool you.
Yeah, buddy. Don't let the suburbs fool y'all. The trunk is Beirut.
And again, I'm just responding to the comments.
Yeah, bruh.
But I'm gonna try to keep it within just humorous.
Yeah.
And not vindictive or bitter.
See, I don't trust myself.
Get out. Yeah, don't. If you feel into maliciousness, then don't go
already
over there.
getting heated.
Yeah,
and I don't even know what nobody said. And I'm already like, your mama's so fat.
Don't go over there. Don't go over there, Till.
She's so gelatinous. With her big, listen, I gotta stop.
She got her own community college. That's how big she is.
Your mom's sitting on credits. I can't do it.
All right, yeah, don't do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man, Bowtie Comedy on all the things.
Your mama sat on the Bible and made it a transcript.
made it the stones that Moses had.
Yo, I can't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
We should not go down this road.
What's
up with the weights, man?
So this is nigga rig. Okay, we were trying
trying not to say something.
Hey, but hey, since you brought it up, the stability that you have been afforded for this mic not to lean and graze your lips.
It's the weight.
The weights did that.
I feel you.
That's not like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought this was like a new podcast situation. Like
the pod. Nah, this is
like
just
strength.
Nah,
in the word.
Nah, I think we got it. I think we got the table from Goodwill.
It was from Goodwill, confirmed.
Yeah, it was from Goodwill, and then we realized that on its own, it does not have the integrity.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You can't trust it.
You can't trust it with these arms that we put on it. But when you add some weight,
yeah,
she sometimes you can be unstable.
Come on, somebody.
Huh? You can be a person that can't really handle a lot.
Say a word, sir.
But if the weight of the anointing gets if the weight of the anointing can rest on it will stabilize.
Yes, sir.
What the enemy would try to neutralize.
Say a word, sir.
If he had the opportunity to despise.
Come on, somebody.
What God wanted to surprise.
Come on.
Amen. So that's what the wait is for.
Glory.
Amen. I guess we can leave now.
Yes, sir.
May the Lord watch between me and thee.
Me and thee.
While we are absent, one from another.
One from another.
In Jesus' name.
Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.